When your girlfriend is cheating on you, certain signs will show. Whether you're suspecting her or have already started seeing some signs that suggest she's not faithful to you. Here are the signs she is having an affair with someone else. Sign number 1. She's suddenly emotionally distant. The first sign your girlfriend is cheating on you is that she has suddenly become emotionally distant. You feel like you're losing her, but she's right there next to you. She used to be excited to talk to you, laugh with you, even argue with you. Now, it's like she's on autopilot. Say, for example, you tell her a funny story from your day, and she just goes, "Oh, cool," without even looking up from her phone. Or when you ask her how she's feeling, she just says, "I'm fine," and walks off. That emotional connection you had, it's fading fast, and not by accident. Number 2, she becomes secretive with her phone. Phones don't lie. When your girl suddenly becomes overly protective of hers, something's up. Before she'd scroll next to you, show you memes, reply to texts out loud. Now the phone is always on silent, flipped over, and glued to her hand. For example, she starts taking calls in the other room or locking her phone when you walk in. If she's suddenly changing passwords or deleting messages and acting weird when you ask why, don't brush it off. Sign number 3. She starts accusing you of cheating. This one's wild but real. When someone's guilty, they often flip the script. Instead of owning up to their shady behavior, they accuse you. For example, you compliment someone's pic on Instagram and she hits you with, "So who's she? You must be talking to her, huh?" That kind of defensive reaction out of nowhere might mean she's projecting her own guilt. Number 4. She stops including you in her future plans. When a girl is committed, she talks about the future, trips, moving in, building together. When that stops, it could mean her heart or attention is somewhere else. Say, for example, you bring up your anniversary next month and she says something like, "Let's see how things go." That's not uncertainty. That's a warning shot. Number 5. She gets defensive over simple questions. Asking basic stuff shouldn't feel like walking on eggshells. But when you ask, "Where were you?" and she bites your head off, it's a problem. Example, she comes home late, you casually ask what she was doing, and she hits you with, "Why do you always have to interrogate me?" That's not a healthy reaction. That's hiding something. Number 6. She suddenly cares a lot about her looks. I'm not saying your girl can't glow up, but if she suddenly changes her style, hits the gym hard, or buys new lingerie, and it's not for you, you've got to ask yourself who it's for. Say, for example, she used to chill in hoodies around you. Now it's full glam every time she steps out. But when it's date night with you, she barely tries. That's a red flag. Sign number 7. She avoids physical or emotional intimacy. The cuddles stop. The kisses feel dry. Sex becomes rare or robotic. She pulls away when you try to be close, emotionally or physically. Say, for example, you go to hug her and she acts like she's too busy or just doesn't want it. Or worse, she starts saying, "I'm just not in the mood lately," but somehow always finds energy for nights out without you. Number 8. She's suddenly always busy. Of course, people have lives, but if she's dodging your calls, flaking on plans, or filling her schedule with vague solo activities, that's not a coincidence. For example, she tells you she's too busy to hang out this weekend, but her story shows her out with the girls, and you weren't even invited. That's not being busy. That's being unavailable to you. Number 9. She starts lying about small things. It often starts with little lies, details that don't add up, stories that keep changing. If you catch her lying about small stuff, it might be covering up something bigger. Say, for example, she says she was at her cousin's house, but later slips up and mentions being somewhere else. When you ask, she stutters or says, "I didn't think it was important." That's how cheating hides, in the details. Sign number 10. Your gut tells you something's off. Listen, you know her. You know how she talks, how she acts, how she moves. When that shifts, you feel it. Your gut starts talking, and it's usually right. For example, everything seems okay on the surface, but deep down you feel disconnected, uneasy, like you're being left out of something. That's your instinct kicking in. Don't ignore it. In conclusion, I'm not saying jump to conclusions, but if a few of these signs are stacking up, it's time to stop hoping things will magically fix themselves. You deserve honesty. You deserve loyalty. And if she's not giving that to you, then maybe it's time to walk away before you get even more hurt. Have you ever experienced any of these signs in your relationship? Share your thoughts with us in the comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.